She's at a place in her life where peace is a priority and negativity cannot exist. She's no longer matching energy. She's simply removing herself from any situation that doesn't vibrate her soul. So if you start moving funny, she's moving on.
What's up, my Fina love? Sisters Fina D coming to you all from Fina Team News.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
And didn't I say that? I said, watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta producers throwing in Kenya Moore hair spa opening a few seconds of it just to say, look, we showed it. Exactly. And that's exactly what happened, okay? Now, you all know I posted over 20 minutes of content on Kenya Moore hair spa opening, or soft launch, I should say, in January when she had the event. And then a few weeks ago, after Kenya went on Twitter and announced that it wasn't going to be a part of the season, I also brought it back and posted all about it. And then during the episode on Sunday, Kenya also posted more images and videos and things like that from her soft launch of Kenya Moore hair spa. Oh, adorable Brooklyn. Shiny, 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 shiny. Yeah, Brooklyn was shiny in that little suit. So these are more images and videos and everything from the soft launch of Kenya Moore hair spa. We got some drinks. I'm just loving the colors. You know, Kenya, everything she touches, it turns to gold. The decor, just everything. Confetti! I see you, girl. Okay, come on. One leg up in the air. She and Akila. So all of the girls were there to support. Of course, excluding the miserable ones. So Kenya tweeted images, and she also tweeted for people to basically follow her Instagram to see deleted scenes. And on Instagram, Kenya wrote, I present the soft opening of Kenya Moore hair spa. I owe so much to the people who care and believe in me. Brooklyn, I do everything for you. My love, my legacy is all for you. Dad, thank you for believing and showing up for your number one. Lisa, thank you, sister, for being my right hand and heart. Doris, I miss you more than you will ever know. I hope I'm making you proud. My friends, thank you for loving and supporting me. My cheerleaders, fans, Team Twirl, friends, and even haters who motivate me daily to live my dreams. I love you all. To all the Black female entrepreneurs, never stop. Hashtag Team Twirl. Thank you for getting loud when you see people try to stop me. Video edit, she tagged Akila. Thank you for being a true friend who never lets me down, even with all you have on your plate. One thing we know will always be true. And then go ahead and read her hashtags. Akila responded, I really wish we were able to see more from this night. It was so beautiful and perfect. Broke my heart not to see it truly come full circle. And she basically continued talking about it was a pleasure to be a part of it and all of that. Kenya responded, broke mine too. I was truly hurt. Thanks for writing for me and this dope edit. Love you, little sis. Now remember in one of my videos I posted talking about what Bravo did to Kenya. I said that yes, the production company takes a percentage. However, if the person having the event is saying, yes, I'm willing for all of that to happen, let's talk business, contracts are signed, then they have the right and the power to use the footage. I even said in that video, and it looks like that's what Kenya is saying. She gave Bravo full access to everything she was doing, and Bravo made the choice to not show it. So this time, we can't speculate and say, oh, Kenya is the reason why they are not showing it. I said it in that video, and she confirmed it on Twitter. I'm going to read her response because I'm trying to get to what Bravo said, allegedly, okay? The producers for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's rush through this. Kenya responded, completely false. I wanted it seen because it's marketing, and the show follows my life. My salon spa opening has a beginning, middle, and end. The end, opening, and completion was intentionally deleted while others were focused on that out of the sky. This is exactly what Kenya is talking about. We got to see Milo business soft launch, and then when she did the whole opening, we got to see that whole episode, and we never saw anything this season about LeBay and then eBay, whatever you want to call it, and out of nowhere, You want to show us that her business is thriving in this dry and boring scene of Milo, miserable Milo, all right, and her storyline boo. So this person tweeted, hold on. They edited out a whole fun event hosted by Kenya that included Claudia and Cynthia, but we had to watch a whole scene of these two that was a terrible filler, made up storyline. Make it make sense. I'm tired of Bravo producers mistreating cast. Enough. Hashtag fired production. Now, Kenya had more to say, but we're going to put that on hold. Let's get to allegedly what those producers are putting out there in the press. The reason why I want you to hold on to the dry and boring part as it relates to Miserable Milo and her storyline boo is because allegedly, a reliable source from the Real Housewives of Atlanta production team is going around and claiming the reason why we did not see scenes from Kenya and especially her spa opening is because it was dry and boring. But this entire full circle moment with Miserable Milo and his storyline situation wasn't boring. What was so exciting about this? What was exciting about this? Kenya said that she went on dates as well. Dates outside of group settings. Not only did she go on dates, because he have businesses all over the place and he would be the perfect person to ask questions to and get knowledge from, he suggested different locations and places that Kenya could get her building for her hair spa. They went on great dates. So a beautiful and intelligent black woman is getting treated in a great way. She's going on dates with a successful, intelligent businessman who's not mistreating her. He's not busting the windows to her garage and her cars. He's not calling her the B word. He's not mistreating her. And we don't get to see that, but we got to see every single disrespectful scene of Mark Daly. We got to see every single disrespectful scene of the other guy that she refers to as Crazy Eyes. We got to see her consistently being mistreated. But when the nice guy comes around as a friend in a date and is treating her well, oh no, it's too dry and boring. But let him at any point have disrespected Kenya, we would have seen the entire date. My point is, if we can see the evolution of Miserable Milo, this narrative that, oh, look, her man doesn't need a chairlift to go upstairs.
Explain to me why you have a chairlift in your house. Is it to help with the old white man going up to your bedroom?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Why else would somebody have a chairlift in their house? This 30s, well, now she's 50, but why would why would she say that?
Hell no.
And everybody can see it. In fact, so many comments are like, who is she blowing on production? What is happening?
Kenya.
No, it's the truth. The money cannot be verified. The dates cannot be verified. The timelines cannot be verified.
And you can watch that entire video, for those of you who missed it, by clicking the very first link in the description below. That little snippet is from the video and review I did on Kenya Moore interview with Carlos King. So all I'm saying is, if you all can show us Miserable Milo evolution, that look, she is capable of dating men who can treat her nicely within her same age bracket, then you can do the same for Kenya. Even if Kenya relationship doesn't blossom into forever, or they are together in an exclusive way, you still get to show us that and let us be the judge of that. At least Kenya is going on dates with someone who's being nice, who's treating her nice, who's successful and all of that. since we have all of this compassion for the ex-cons, we did see him for a quick second here, and then the other moment where she was shooting a commercial, and of course her child was there. What romance are you going to get from that? I'm not doing anything in front of my child, especially this man that she's meeting for the first time. And since we're currently on a topic about this scene, Cynthia Bailey was in this scene, okay? And it was cut out as well. What was so exciting about Cynthia Bailey meeting Candy Burris and Candy inviting her to her other event? I get it. Continuation. Cynthia just didn't pop out. She met up with Candy. Candy invited her. But there was nothing exciting. Hey, Cynthia, nice to see a familiar face. Hey, girl, hey. That's it. So if you're going to give Candy that moment and show her meeting with Cynthia Bailey and having dinner or lunch and her inviting her, then we could have also seen Cynthia Bailey at Kenya commercial shoot. Now I get it. Cynthia said during an interview that she wasn't even supposed to be shooting for the Real Housewives or be there. She just happened to be next door doing something, and she heard that Kenya Moore was next door doing something and also filming for the show, and she popped out, okay? Then leave it on a cutting floor. Don't advertise it using Kenya Moore. Get everyone excited. Completely cut it out. Have social media in a meltdown, people making videos and complaining because Cynthia Bailey's scene did not get shown. And then she pops out with Candy, and we just supposed to pretend like we didn't see you all advertising and promoting in the previous episode that she was already on the show and she met with Kenya. Do we look dumb to y'all? Messing up the show. And since we're talking about Cynthia Bailey, production only plays dumb when it comes to Kenya Moore because production is fully aware of something called balance. And that's the reason why Cynthia Bailey lasted on this show for over a decade, because she brought that balance. If everyone is in drama and everyone is screaming, there's no balance, okay? And that's the reason why she played their love and light character. Every time it looked like 50 Cent was about to jump out, Bravo made sure they edited things out to keep that love and light character and that balance, because it was Cynthia who brought the cookie lady to this show. It was Cynthia who introduced her to Kenya. It was Cynthia who planned the whole meetup with the cookie lady and Tanya. Y'all didn't find it weird that Eva pulled up to a kid party, kids free, and then lied and said they were in school, and then confessed and said, sometimes I don't know how to act. And every Portia who be out here fighting was like, wait a minute, you think we don't know how to behave at a kid's party? It's because her BFF Cynthia Bailey told her something was possibly going down, and she wanted no parts of it and her kids being exposed to that. But Cynthia Bailey supposed to be Kenya Moore's best friend, but was going to ruin her daughter Brooklyn party with some gossip and some mess. Why was the cookie lady invited anyways? Cookie lady, she made the cookies and the cake and the fun treats for the kids. So that's the reason why that connection was made. But my whole point is, it was only when Kenya got involved, because she was dragged in it and she was simply defending herself. Now people completely just skipped over Cynthia's involvement, and Kenya got all the hit and all the blame, and Cynthia got to just get on by like she didn't start all this mess. Why? Because Kenya Moore is their villain and Cynthia Bailey is the love and light character. Or when Miserable Milo said that Cynthia Bailey allowed Kenya Moore to walk all over her, and Kenya Moore said, what Cynthia are you talking about? Matter of fact, Cynthia just dragged me, cussed me out to not bring Brooklyn to this Bailey Q just for me to walk in here and see Portia over here with her daughter. Did we get to hear 50 Cent in action, or did we get to see a few seconds of a flash on the screen and then Bravo wrote Kenya and Cynthia on the phone? If it was Kenya Moore dragging and cussing Cynthia Bailey out, we would have heard that entire phone call from beginning to end. So I'm just repeating older things to say they've been doing Kenya Moore dirty forever on this show. It's just this season is the worst. But I'm also mentioning Cynthia Bailey to say balance matters. If everyone is doing the same thing and arguing, it makes the show confusing. But my thing is, if you're going to show Miserable Milo balance, Do the same for Kenya Moore. She kicked Kenya's door after Kenya opened and said, my daughter is in here. She was involved in situations with Candy, lying on Candy, and almost fighting with Candy. Jump in Drew face, and the list goes on, and we still got to see her go her foster care event, basically showing that balance and saying, yeah, she was fighting over here, but she's still a good person, she's still giving back and all of that. So if you get to show all of the moments where you felt bad things happened to Kenya, even in that moment where nothing went right at Kenya event that she was going to have, and then Marla ended up kicking on her door, if you are going to show all of that, then also show the balance that, you know what, something else did go right. And let's go ahead and celebrate Kenya in this moment, because we have celebrated everybody else in their moment. So let's go and show Kenya Moore hair spot, not just a few seconds of flashing it on the screen. And that's the reason why Kenya is so hurt. This person tweeted, wow, this is beautiful. So when you have an event that doesn't go right, they make sure to film that so we can talk about it. But when you do amazing things, it's crickets. Get it now. I want to get my hair done here. Congratulations, Kenya. Kenya responded, now you're getting it. This other person responded, I hope you addressed this at the reunion. Kenya can talk and address all she wants. They can simply just edit it out and make it look like it was never brought up. Production seemed to have heavily marketed all of Candy's business adventures. They marketed both her restaurants as well as the movie that was just released. Kenya responded, #facts all her businesses. You can't pick and choose and show random scenes that don't support a full storyline. And that's the truth. Yes, Candy was screaming about headbutting someone and choking someone, but we still got to see her family dynamics. We still got to see Todd working. We got to see them reading the script. We got to see them filming the movie. And we got to see the premiere party. Talking about balance, that's balance. You got to see the beginning, a middle, and the end. You got to see everything. If you can do all of that for Candy, Miserable Milo, do the same for Kenya Moore, who has given so much to this franchise that continue to treat her like dirt. Having the nerve to put out there that Kenya's scenes were cut off not because of favoritism, but because they were dry and boring. But all we're saying is be fair. You cannot show someone working on a hair spa or salon and then throw in a filler item of someone who did not mention this business the entire season, but out of nowhere, let's sit through this dry and boring scene of them. But then someone who invested their time into an event, paid money, did all of those things, you show less than 60 seconds of their event and you call that fair. And then to try to justify it and get dragged because everyone can see through the nonsense. You can bring back an all-star cast and they will still fall flat if production continues to have favoritism and being biased. It's not going to work. The interesting thing is, Bravo already have their answer, but someone over there is desperately trying to make Miserable Milo happen because your answer is from this season. You limited Kenya Moore's scenes, and then what happened? It's being called the worst season ever. It got, if not the lowest, views and ratings for a finale. And who was the lead? It wasn't Kenya Moore. So you can't put any of this and all of this on Kenya's back because you chose to cut her scenes and limit her and elevate someone else. And because of that, your entire audience is screaming for production to get fired. So there's your answer. It didn't work. She is not the one, will never be the one, because if she was, this season wouldn't be called the worst season ever because you provided everything as it relates to this person. She was given this beautiful edit and the season still felt flat. So she is not a leader. She is not the one. She would never be the moment. So there's your answer. All right. You can bring back an all-star cast, like I said. and it's not going to work if you keep moving the way that you're moving. So you can't blame Kenya Moore. You can't say, well, Kenya Moore was here and the season still fell flat. Nah, you cut out her scenes. And now what happened when you did that? When Kenya was in the hospital and Candy went to see her, you want to talk about dry and boring? Now that was dry and boring. It was so bad that they had to pretend like it was intentional, saying things like, oh my goodness, look at how peaceful and quiet it is. This just further proof that Kenya and Candy are the drama. Oh, shut up, okay? We can see through it all. That right there, dry and boring. Just for Kenya to get back and Miss Paperclips Cloutney, okay, trying to start something with her that's not even necessary. And then when Kenya finally got activated and put her in production in their place, production then cut out that scene to make it look like Cloutney got Kenya when that's not what happened. Anyways, I can go on and on, but I'm going to stop here. Kenya, I'm wishing you the best. As you can see on the screen, Kenya had more tweets about Brooklyn birthday party not being shown. You can go to the RHOA playlist on this channel. I covered that entire party and I posted an Instagram live and everything so you can watch it. And there are more tweets and comments on the screen of people who are highly upset with production. Yes, I saw and heard about a reboot situation. Bravo allegedly came out, and that's not true, is a lie. So let me rephrase it. Reliable sources from Bravo came out stating that it's a lie and a reboot is not going on. But like I said, we shall see. So you also have this theory that firing Kenya might lead to something else, because if she's already exposing production like this and she's been exposing them for years, what would happen if they were to let her go instead of rectifying the situation and doing right by her? So they're simply trying to get her mad enough to quit. And this person comment is basically stating, don't quit, give him hell, Kenya. But regardless of what happened to our girl, she was Kenya Moore, made history, did her thing before there was ever a Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she will be just that with or without them. She will continue to thrive and do amazing things. So I'm not even tripping. But Kenya, keep your head up. Congratulations on everything. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.